Problem number 2 asks us to find the midpoint of the segment with the given endpoints, 0, 5 and 8, negative 3. Now, I know there's a formula for finding the midpoint given 2 points. Let me bring in a graph of these points. Now, here's one of the given points, 0, 5, and here's the other one, 8, negative 3, 8 over and 3 down. And here is an eyeball of where I would think the exact midpoint between these 2 points is. And sure, I could take these numbers and put them into that awful formula, but there's a deeper way of getting at this, a way that just leverages what we already know or should know. And that is this idea. Let's just look at the x-axis first. And notice that the endpoint here is 0 and the endpoint here is 8. And the midpoint is going to be exactly between those two. And so the question is, what is the number exactly between 0 and 8? And believe it or not, that is just the average of 0 and 8. And so, can we find the average of 0 and 8? Yes, it's simple. It's 0 plus 8 divided by 2. And that's 8 divided by 2, and that's 4. And so, the x component of the midpoint is 4. And we play the same game for the y-axis. That is, the endpoint here is 5, and the endpoint down here is negative 3. And the point exactly between those is actually the average of those points. So 5 plus negative 3 divided by 2. 5 plus negative 3 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. So the y component is 1. The x component was 4, and the y component is 1. And as you can see, my eyeball was pretty accurate. So the idea there is you simply average the x's and average the y's. Don't even bother with trying to memorize some formula here. Just take the average. It's something you've been doing your whole life, and it is actually the geometric interpretation of average. So that's the answer to this problem. Let's get on to problem 3.